I was able to send a report back to the Order via my old acquaintance, Andrew the blacksmith. At least Miller will know that I am alive, that I haven't completed the mission, but haven't resigned from it either.
That's one serious pickle you're in. But I can help. I have friends, and they have friends who can relay everything you tell me to your guys from the Order. So, now you must return home to Polis? Well, there's no direct route. Everything's cordoned off here. But I believe the Order has an outpost nearby. On the surface. The church in the marshes. Try that place. If we can get word to your people, they might meet you there. As for me, I started life anew. Left Kuznetsky Most. The Reds completely subverted the place. Looking for traitors and spies. Sending people to camps, or just shooting them. All because of the coming war. People are fleeing from Kuznetsky Most and their whole Red Line. Did you see the armored train the Reds are building? Well, we built something too, with the stuff the refugees are bringing. Here, take a look. At this baby, the boys even gave her a name. You can't help but fall in love with her. She did a swell job running refugees, but hell, you can't save everyone. So, take it. We have people in Venice too. When you get there, find Woodpecker and tell him where you left our baby. Climb aboard. All right, start the engine. We're still tinkering with her, so the controls aren't perfect. But the lights are first class. No need to fear the spider bugs around her. And there's a lot of those in the far tunnels. You should go. It's a long way, so you shouldn't waste any time.
What is going on, guys? KillerMcKillCam here, and this is another episode of Metro Last Light Redux on the PS4. And this is episode 7, Regina, or Hot Pursuit, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I got some moral points to share with you guys and a couple trophies to tell you guys about. Now, what you see me doing now is a moral point, and watch this. You see how the screen just got brighter and there was like a sound of like water dropping and whispers, and the water drops kind of would be like similar to if you were in a sewer pipe down or underground and you heard water dripping off into a distance. If you could imagine what that water dripping sound would be like, then that's the sound that you're going to hear along with whispers and the screen getting brighter. And when you see all that and hear all that, you know that you're getting a moral point. So what I just did was the first moral point for Regina. After boarding Regina and exiting Andrew's home, look for the first doorway on the left. Entering the area with the lamp on the desk earns you a point. Now right here is another point. After the previous area, again to the left-hand side of the tunnel, there is a door under a light with a mask and a filter next to it. Behind this door is a spider's nest. Entering it and finding the glowing red room at the end with a light switch earns you a point. And also what you guys should get while you're in this spider's nest, and if you go into that red room and turn on the light switch, which will activate the lights, and it will make a bunch of these spiders go belly side up. So when this happens, you should achieve the Tortoise achievement or trophy, whichever one you're going for if you're on the PS4, the Xbox One. Because earlier when you were with Pavel and, you know, at the top of the elevator, a fucking Tortoise attacked him, and then you shine your light on him, went belly side up, and then you guys were running along the tops of a fucking train car, and you should have made some go belly side up then. Well, if you did at least 5 of them, you'll get 5 more now. Because as soon as you turn on this light, you're going to see them go belly side up, and this is where I got the Tortoise trophy. If you didn't get it just now after you did what I just did, then just restart at the very last checkpoint, which is going to take you just a couple minutes prior to this point here, and then you can just do it again and earn the trophy there. So that's how I got it. And then later I'm going to show you the Scram trophy, which is basically take no damage from the watchman while you're in the rail car. and you'll get the Scram trophy, and you'll see how I was able to do that. Basically, dude, just keep all 3 of your guns fully loaded and use the one that's going to make the most damage. And if you have to, put military rounds in if you have to, because that kills them a lot faster, and you know that you're hitting them when they catch on fire with the military grade rounds. So that was the second moral point. After this, okay, continue onward for a time before finding another doorway on the left, which leads to a partly submerged area. At the end to the right is a room with some ammo, filters, and a skeleton. Entering this room earns you a point. Next one. After opening the airlock doors and entering a gas mask area, get out of Regina and turn the switch on the left to change the rail tracks to continue straight. Use Regina to smash through the wooden barricade. Doing so earns you a point. And there's also some shit in there that you can get. After driving into the snowy tunnel, walk into the left-hand tunnel to the abandoned metro cars where a watchman ambushes you. Keep going all the way to the end where a skeleton can be found. Arriving at the end of this train earns you a point. Just before arriving to the abandoned car, you have to push forward with Regina. Go to the right side of the tunnel where a gas mask hangs from the wall with a filter. Enter the passage there to earn a point. While pushing the metro cars forward with Regina, look for a passage on the left side of the tunnel. This area is filled with shadows and ghosts who whispers to Artnum. There is a moral point and a valve. And a valve basically I think is just a sniper rifle waiting for you at the end of the room. Still, while pushing the metro cars forward, on the right side is a sewer area with several watchmen. Reach in the end near the skeleton wearing a gas mask earns you a point. And there's no way that you can lose any moral points in this chapter. Now, there are plenty of ways that you can lose them throughout the game, and if you lose enough of them, then you won't be given the option to redo or do the alternate ending, you know, for the Save D6 trophy. So there's that, and I told you guys how to get all the points, all the moral points. I told you guys how to get the Tortoise trophy or achievement, whichever one you're doing. I told you guys how to get the Scram trophy, and you'll see later in the video how I got the Scram trophy. It was really easy. Basically just don't take any damage from any watchman while you're in the rail car, and if you make it to the end, you'll get the trophy. And I will put a list of all the moral points and a description of the trophy in the description of the video, so if you guys missed anything, just take a look in there. And if you guys want to write it down, print it out, or whatever you want. And so there it is, guys. There's nothing more to talk about the video. You guys can just watch and see how I get the Scram trophy, and you'll see, like I said, whenever I get a moral point, the screen will brighten up and you will hear sounds of water dropping or dripping, and you will hear like the sound of whispers. And this is another area where you can get the Tortoise trophy if you haven't done so already. You know, by the end of this chapter, you guys should have that trophy already. And then coming up after this will be the episode 8, which will be titled Bandits. And then I will show you guys how to get the Commando trophy, so be on the lookout for that. So anyways, guys, man, I wanted to talk to you guys real quick. You know, I got a couple minutes left of this video, and I just wanted to see what you guys were doing, what you guys were playing. Are any of you guys playing Destiny? You know, when Destiny first came out, you know, I think I have like 66 friends. But when Destiny came out, I seen like this huge surge in people online all at once. And when I would scroll down my friends list, I would see people playing Destiny. And it's already, you know, it's only been out for what, 2 weeks now? Not even. And now I'm seeing people on Twitter saying how disappointed they are. And I'm seeing people playing, you know, the Battlefield, the Killzone Shadowfall, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, FIFA, and other games that they were playing before Destiny. Are you guys sick of it already? What are your thoughts on the game, and you know, and how often do you play it, and what do you guys think of it? I definitely don't think that it lived up to the hype. I think it was hyped up. I heard something like they spent like over $1 billion making that game, and over half of that money went into advertisement. which I believe, you know, that's not hard to spend, you know, $500 million advertising, especially as much as they did. But I just don't think that it lived up to its hype, you know. I knew that it wasn't going to live up to its hype when the beta came out. And the one thing that I'm upset about is that they made you pre-order the game in order to play the beta, knowing that everybody who played video games was going to want to play the Destiny beta just to see what the hype was all about. And then so you got stuck pre-ordering the game, and I think, you know, a good large percentage of the people who played Destiny are disappointed in one way or another. You know, they still probably play it every day, and there's a lot of YouTubers who play it just for the daily uploads. You know, every time a popular game comes out, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Killzone, Destiny, you know, there are YouTubers who use these videos to grow their channel, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I personally don't do it. I don't generally go with the flow of everybody else. I like to play games that I like to play, and for an example, Metro Redux is one of those games, and I have a lot of fun playing this game. And I just, you know, I just don't like doing what everybody else is doing just because everybody else is doing it, you know. A lot of my friends play Destiny and they have a lot of fun playing it. It is a fun game, you know, I'll give it that. You know, it's not a dumb game, it's not a stupid game, it's not a fucking shitty game. It just didn't live up to the hype, and it's not as good as what people thought that it was going to be. And I think that's what the major disappointment is for that game, and that's what it was for me. It just didn't live up to the hype. And the same with Titanfall. You know, I spent $500 on an Xbox and bought Titanfall because it was supposed to be this COD killer and the best game of the year, and it just didn't live up to the hype. I bought a fucking Xbox, I played Titanfall for an hour, and after that I said, you know what, this game is fun, but it just doesn't give me the urge, or, you know, it doesn't make me want to turn on my Xbox and turn that game on. Where, you know, where I'm at work and I'm thinking about, you know, what trophies do I have left to achieve on Metro Last Light, and what am I gonna do to get those trophies, and how long is it gonna take, and how fun is it gonna be. And, you know, this game Metro, for me, like, you know, in the beginning of this clip, for an example, I let the fucking tape roll without any commentary for a good 3 minutes, because, you know, those diary entries and those cutscenes really make this a great game for me. And I've said it time and time again, a good game for me, especially a good campaign is what I like to play, and a good campaign will have dialogue, which this game has a lot of, good cutscenes, which this game has a lot of. The gameplay is funner than shit, okay? And it's a good story, there's a good plot, there's a good beginning, a good middle, and a good end, you know, just like any story should have. You know, it has the formula for a good story, and that's what I like, you know. And I think that Destiny, the campaign especially, lacks dialogue. Now, you do have that little thing flying around telling you shit about what you're supposed to be doing, but when you encounter AI, none of the AI has any type of personality. They don't talk, they don't say nothing, they don't do nothing, and it's just, you know, your typical, you know, you go to an area and there's a bunch of little drones running around trying to kill you, and there's this bigger Kraken or whatever the fuck it might be, who you're going to take more damage from, but they're a little slower, so you can run away from them faster. But then there's the little guys who don't do as much damage, but they're real quick and they're on your ass all the time. And that's basically, you know, just cut and paste for me, man. Destiny, for me, really isn't anything innovative. It's nothing new. You know, the graphics aren't even really up to par for the PS4 and the Xbox One's capability, dude. If you want to see some good ass graphics, go play Killzone Shadowfall, dude. Killzone Shadowfall, to me, is my all-time favorite game, and it's because of the story, it's because of the cutscenes, it's because of everything, dude. And even the characters. Whenever Sinclair would say, "God damn it, Lucas," you know, I would feel bad for Lucas. I'd be scared for Lucas, like, whoa, shit, what did Lucas do, you know? And at the end, when Echo got revenge for Lucas's death, dude, that was fucking epic. Alright,